In March of 2020, I was hanging on by my fingertips. It felt like I had fallen off a steep, rocky, and very dangerous cliff. And at any moment, if I let go, I could fall into a very black and unknown abyss. I had no energy and could barely function for more than 2 hours a day. I woke up feeling complete and utter dread, overwhelmed, and wondering how I was going to get through the day. Just 2 mere weeks prior, I'd completed a walking marathon of 42 kilometers in just 6 hours, and now I struggled to walk for even 10 minutes without feeling thoroughly and completely exhausted. I couldn't believe just how truly awful I felt. Everything ached. Everything felt heavy and lethargic. It felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest, and my body felt like a brick. Everything I attempted to do felt like I was in slow motion, like I was wearing concrete boots trying to walk through a boggy marsh. Even preparing a meal, getting dressed, and so many everyday things that I'd previously handled with ease and flow seemed like immense effort and felt like I just needed to motivate and push myself more to get it done. When I tried to write out my normal to-do list in the morning, I just sat and stared blankly at the paper, unable to form my normal list of cohesive words for the cotton wool that now filled my once very sharp brain. I was experiencing extreme brain fog and complete apathy. I could have been diagnosed by doctors with anxiety and depression had I let that happen. But thankfully, due to my years and years of training and study as both a kinesiologist and an intuitive holistic life coach, I knew exactly what was going on. I was burnout. Years and years of chronic ongoing stress as a single mum and self-employed business owner and single provider for our family, along with the acute stresses of 3 major grief events in the 1 week of my intimate relationship breaking down, my beautiful friend passing away from cancer, and my youngest daughter moving out of home, had delivered an acute blow to my nervous system, and my body had gone into shutdown, with little to no resilience capacity or reserves left to get me through. I felt completely heartbroken and lifeless. I'd always been able to somehow rally the energy, put my foot down on the proverbial accelerator and go, especially when my family needed me. Yet when I attempted to do that this time, there was nothing there. I knew at that moment that something was not okay. I was previously highly driven, self-motivated, and felt responsible for everyone and everything. I did the usual thing that most people would do in my situation and went to the doctors, explaining my extreme fatigue and exhaustion. Of course, all the normal bloods were taken, and when I got my results back, I was met with a very quick, well, your bloods are all okay, so you're fit as a fiddle. If you're not feeling okay, then it must be mental health. And in that moment, my heart broke. Not for me. I was acutely aware I was experiencing adrenal fatigue and burnout, along with grief. But for the thousands of others that traverse this path and get told this without further investigation as to what is going on biologically with the body. Being misdiagnosed and ending up on a never-ending cycle of antidepressants and anxiety medication as band-aids, never really getting what is needed to heal our body, mind, and soul. And in that moment, as exhausted as I was, I felt a surge of passion and energy course through me, along with anger at the current health system, and I knew that this was a paradigm and narrative in mental health that I had to disrupt and bring a renewed sense of hope and awareness and understanding to. 3.5 years on, my energy and passion for life has increased 100,000 times since that time. I've been able to return to daily workouts, have continued running my business, going for hikes, paddleboarding, and most importantly, I'm back enjoying and loving life again. I've recovered, and I want you to know with all my being that you can too. This book is based on the exact things that I tested and trialed and that worked to heal my body and recover from burnout. I interweave my own story throughout in the hope that it may bring greater awareness, understanding, some inspiration and hope, and that you may recognize yourself in parts of it.